Well, as you know, Gene is married.
Yes, I know that.
And Roger, of course, is not married. He is a ladies' man, as we learned on the radio this morning.
Well, the man about town.
And I might say what I learned on the radio was quite shocking. You were dating a black woman.
Why was that shocking?
I didn't peg you for that. I saw you as maybe with, I saw you as a very conservative kind of, well, I've told you this. I always thought that you were gay. Then I found out, I did. Seriously.
Funny, because I always thought the same thing about you, isn't
Well, that's legitimate. I didn't know if you guys had something going on. But I see you looking her over.
Are you kidding?
Huh? Is this something? But I know from a fact, from your reputation, that you are quite a womanizer.
That's not true either.
Yes, it is. Is that true?
Gene told us you were
Gene told us you were a womanizer the time that he was on.
No, I wouldn't say a womanizer implies like more than one at a time or something, doesn't it? I think Roger is fairly faithful to the faithful to the women that he goes.
Now he's reviewing that.
And a lot of women come on to Roger because
He's a fun guy.
he's a fun guy, and also his position in life. He can go to a lot of movie openings.
He knows
and that kind of
me, and they can introduce these women to me.
thing. And it's very exciting to meet Roger and go to all these different places.
Where they
He
can
kind of
meet me.
vicariously has his youth through me, which is tragic since I'm 4 years older than he is.
And is this a young woman you date, or
She's of, not,
what is she, about 20? Jean, well, how old is she? You've met her.
she's a,
He'll answer the question.
you don't mention women's ages, Howard.
Is she in her 20s?
No.
She's older than that?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Because I don't know, I'm trying to get a handle on your
She's an
sex life.
attorney. She's a very respectable, beautiful woman.
But you will never marry.
Didn't say that.
You would marry her?
I didn't say that either. I don't really, this is not the forum I would choose to discuss these things.
Because what we're talking about here is interracial love, the most taboo kind of love.
Howard,
Taboo.
why do you feed this kind of stuff? You know you don't really think that way.
That
You're
is
just
so
going for
sexy. Black
you're
against
going for
white.
some
That is
kind of
so
an effect.
sexy,
What
Rod.
do you think they do? They do
Oh, yeah.
that
What
master
is-
slave thing?
what
Do you ever act like the great slave master in bed? Do you ever do the master slave thing?
This is where you're not...
Do you ever
being true to yourself.
fantasize? Do you?
Behind those glasses,
Yes.
under that hair, is somebody who isn't the person that is speaking right now.
Do you ever fantasize?
Now, you didn't... touch
About
that
being
bit.
a
You ever
slave
fantasize
master?
about saying what you really think instead of
I'm
what
going to
you...
tell you what I really think. One of the things that I have always fantasized about is a black woman. That's why I ask you about this. I'm so hung up on this and so fantasizing about this since I found out this
Have you
about
ever
you.
dated black women?
I have never
Why
dated.
not?
I tried, and black women rejected me.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I don't know why that is. Maybe it's a thing. Maybe they don't go for me. My type. Maybe it's your type. I don't know. But I must tell you this. I have often fantasized what it would be like to be a slave master back in slave days. And I think of the movie Mandingo comes to mind. And I must tell you, while I'm anti-slavery, I'm against slavery to all my brothers and sisters out there.
Are you against mastery?
Yeah, I'm against all of that. But I must tell you two. I must tell you two, and I mean this sincerely, to think of me as a white slave master, where if a woman was good to me, she would be rewarded by being in master's quarters. And to think about all of that and to have to breed all of these women, this would be unbelievable to me. And I must say, there's a little bit of that fantasy going on, I'm sure, in your own relationship.
Oh,
if you really explore it.
You're a very sick person.
Well, no, I'm not. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think that Gene is over there.
The only reason that I can imagine that you're talking like this is to get a cheap laugh. I don't believe that you really think that.
Oh, you can believe
I don't
it.
think you're being
It never
sincere.
once occurred to you.
It never once occurred to you to tie her up and be slave master. Never, never.
We don't have that kind of a relationship.